Hi guys, so today we're making a tomato chutney, or we use it as like a burger relish as well. It's ideal to have on sandwiches. We call meats, cheeses and stuff like that. It's quite versatile. So we're going to need some onion, some tomato. Now these are what I froze from what we grew ourselves last year, so they're just what I've got out the freezer. I'll weigh them all out. All of the ingredients will be in the description. So we want some sugar, some white wine vinegar, garlic, some mixed peppers and an aubergine and some paprika. It doesn't matter if it's smoked or not, it's what I've got. So paprika and some coriander seeds. So first off, we'll get all of our veggies weighed out, chopped up, and I'll show you what we do next. So with the aubergine, all I'm doing is I'm cutting it into thin-ish slices, maybe a couple of centimetre thick. It's absolutely personal preference. There's no right or wrong way about doing this, but I'm just going to cut it into slices like this, about this thick, leave the skin on, and I'm just going to dice it. So this here equates to about £2 in weight, and I've just got mixed peppers in there and then my aubergines at the bottom, and you can see the kind of size there. Obviously if you want a chunkier relish or a chunkier chutney, then just cut your vegetables and that bigger than what they are in here. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to crush my garlic. I've got 4 cloves of garlic there. So I'm going to crush that and then get it all sorted. So there's my tomatoes. I normally chop them, but because these are cherry tomatoes I won't need to. But if you're using big, big Ailsa Craig's or salad tomatoes or whatever, if you're using a big tomato, then you'll need to chop them into quarters, but I don't need to because these are already small enough. So in my pan, my big pan, I'm going to add my tomatoes in there, like a big frozen block, but they won't be for long. I'm going to add all of my vegetables, which is the mixed peppers, garlic and the aubergine, and I'm also going to add my onions in there as well, which are also frozen, and we're just going to pop them over a low heat. You don't need to add any water because the water out of the vegetables will create enough liquid for you to simmer this along nicely. So that's just over a low gas now, and I'm just going to simmer this away for about 15 minutes. So 10 minutes has passed and you can see there that there's quite a bit of liquid at the bottom. So I've turned the gas right up and I'm going to bring this to a rolling boil so it just nice bubbles away. So as you can see, it's getting more and more liquid and I haven't added any water at all. This is all just coming out of the vegetables and the tomatoes. So I'm going to leave this now to simmer away and bubble away for about an hour. So a few people have asked me how I sterilise my jars. So all of my jars are washed anyway, but what I do, I give them another good wash in the sink with hot soapy water and just give them a good scrub, and then I put them on the drainer. So that's part one. After I've washed all of the glasses and all of the lids, give them a good scrub, I then rinse any of the soapy liquid off. Reason being, some people just leave them like this, but I sometimes think if you get a flavouring of your washing up liquid, it wouldn't be good. So I always rinse my glasses after they've been washed. So the final step, what I do is I pour boiling hot water over the lids and then I pop everything into the oven. If your lids have any plastic seals or anything like that, you cannot put those in the oven, but mine are all metal, so I can. So all of these are going in an oven on gas mark 1 just until all of the excess liquid out of the jars has dried and gone, and the jars will be really hot. So if you can see for the steam, this is the consistency that we want. Our vegetables are all nice and soft in the pan. So we're going to add the next ingredients now. So what we're going to add is, I've got some coriander, which has been crushed in this pestle and mortar. I've also got some salt and some paprika. So I'm just going to add that in out of there. I'm going to add the vinegar, white wine vinegar. It's 300 ml of that going in. And then I'm also going to add the sugar. Now it's really important when you add the sugar that you stir continuously until it's dissolved, just so that it doesn't burn and stick to the bottom, catch to the bottom of the pan. So you can see there when I've added the ingredients in, hopefully you can see if the steam's gone a bit, it's sort of cooled the mixture down. This is what you're kind of looking for, this kind of consistency. And all we're going to do now is we're literally going to stir this until you can feel the grains of the sugar on the bottom of the pan. Once you can't feel that anymore, then it's all dissolved. It doesn't take long, just a couple of minutes. And then we're just going to literally let this bubble away, and it'll reduce right down. So yeah, we're going to stir this until it gets to a thick consistency. So I reckon it depends each time I do this, it's different, because it depends how much liquid has actually come out of your vegetables and stuff. So I reckon about 30 minutes and this should be reduced down. We can have another look and see what it's doing. So this is not far off being done, and you can tell because the water or any liquid is getting less and it's evaporating. You can't see on there because the steam. I'll bring you back. So your mixture should look like that basically. So this is me getting all of the jars out of the oven. Careful because they're really, really hot. So what we want to do is put our piping hot chutney mixture into hot jars. Now I have sterilised the ladle and the funnel there. I'm going to add some wax discs on the top of the chutney once the jars is practically full. And then we're just going to add the lids on straight away when they're hot. This will cause a vacuum and a suction, and it will seal the jars a lot better. Some of my jars don't seal, but can't be helped. But here you go guys, I've got all of this amazing chutney and I hope you enjoy it.